So in this segment, we're going to talk about people coming up and grabbing you. So far, we've been talking about the punch through, the sequence to use, the 1, 2, 3, 4 punch sequence that we went through, we walked through. So we're going to talk about somebody grabbing you. And that's when things change. Things change when the person that's accosting you tries to grab you for whatever reason, okay? If it's a throat, you can go to my website at Capkido.com, and it shows an effective way to release from a chokehold. And somebody grabs you in a double chokehold. This is not what that's about. This is a quick release for somebody grabbing your arm, grabbing your hand, how to get out of it, and how it works. So in a minute I'll have my assistant come in and we'll show you a practical application, during application of it, actually how it works and how to use it. But what we need to talk about is the hand. The hand grabs like this, right? All right? So when you grab something, what's the weak point? The weak point is between these two fingers. There's a spot in there. That's where the weak point is. That's the break loose point. So what we need to practice, if you take your arm and go like this with it, you'll see that the bones, there's two bones in there, and when you wiggle them, they cross over and under one another. You can feel that. What you want to do is turn that bone to where this point, where these two fingers are, and pull out of it. And it gives you the leverage. Now, if you try to pull out against that, the person holding you is going to just be able to hold on to you more than likely. So you want to be able to pull loose, and that's how you do it. You feel that, you pull loose. It doesn't matter which way. Okay? And that's what I'll be showing you in the demonstration with my man as soon as I bring him up. And that's what I want you to know. So the first part is to be able to get the quick release. And how we practice that. It would be nice to have somebody to practice with. That's the good part, when you have somebody to practice with. You can do these things, and you can try them, and you can see that they work. So even a very frail person, let's say a feminine woman, against a big burly man, if you know that trick, you can pull out. There's also a double hand pull out, which I'll show you, and we'll go through that demonstration too. That's the first part, is the quick release itself. So what you should practice first is the quick release itself. Okay, quick release. Whatever way that is the way that you pull out. Okay? That's the first part. And you should practice that a minimum of 500 times. Or as many times as it takes to make it muscle memory. When somebody grabs, you already know how to pull out of it. It doesn't matter how strong a guy is. It doesn't matter how weak you are, if you know how to place the bones in there and pull it out. You need to practice that. It's not going to be something normal. It's something that you have to work at. It's something you have to develop. Again, as I referred to many times, it's like playing a musical instrument. If you don't practice the musical instrument, you can't play it. And if you don't practice these techniques, you can't do them. And that's why I'm against teaching too much information. That is so much information, it's just mass confusion when the time comes to use it. And something that I've read and something that I believe is true is that you only can use 20% of what you practice. Just think about that. 20% of what you practice. So you get out there, if you got 25 different ways to get out of a chokehold, for instance, okay, which one are you going to use? You can't go to, this one didn't work, I'll use that one. What was that other one? You can't do it. That's why I'm tailoring what I'm teaching you to street self-defense combat is what I'm doing here. I have 1,000 ways to do things, but I'm going to show you a way that's very basic and that you can train with and be able to do quite quickly. So the other thing is, the first part is learning how to do the quick release. You're going to have a single quick release hand, quick release, and you're going to have a double hand quick release, and I'll show you those in a minute. And the other thing you need to learn is after you get your quick release, and I'll show you this in our demonstration with my helper, is that when you get a quick release, when you pull, the next thing you do is come back with a strike. Okay? Okay, and I'll show you a couple of things you can do with that. If you're a guy that only uses the fist, if you're a guy that can use suto or palm strikes, I like palm strikes. You don't have to develop the palm. It would be nice if you did. You don't have to. So that's what I wanted to lay down the foundation for what we're doing. And then I'm going to bring in my man. Okay.
In both life and business, knowing when enough is enough. Lao Tzu once said, "He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough." This ancient wisdom highlights the power of simplicity. In search engine optimization, overloading a page with keywords or plugins can ruin performance. Knowing when to stop is crucial. Simplicity ranks better, on Google and in life. Embrace moderation for success.